My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen to the gentle stirrings of my heart, for I long to pour out my care upon you, and I desire that you know how precious you are in my sight. So do not let your troubles weigh you down, because I have made you with purpose, and I am here to illuminate every corner of your life with the light of my unfailing love. Do not forget that I am constantly watching over you, cherishing every hoping thought you carry deep inside, and I will never let you wander alone on this journey. I am your eternal companion and your steadfast shield, and I will hold you close, even when the night seems endless and the path seems hard. You are not alone. Step forward with courage. My presence envelops you, so let your heart rest in the peace that surpasses your every anxiety. For I have promised that you will never be forgotten nor abandoned, and I am faithful to keep my words in every season of your life. Even when you doubt, I am still here, and I remind you now to breathe deeply, to focus on the grace I freely give, and to trust in the merciful hand that sustains you. Whenever your soul becomes weary, remember that my commitment to you is everlasting, and my heart is always turned toward your needs. Move ahead with hope. I urge you to lift your eyes beyond the wave of present cares, because I, your Creator, have woven a future rich with blessings and an abundance of joy that is beyond all that you can imagine right now, so do not lose heart. Embrace this moment with the assurance that my love endures forever, and my strength is more than enough to sustain you through every challenge. I will guard you, I will guide you, and I will fill your spirit with ever-present hope that propels you forward into a brighter tomorrow. You are never forsaken. Smile toward the promises ahead. I see you standing there, sometimes wondering if you truly matter, and I want you to understand that you are a treasure in my hand, more radiant than the finest jewel in the depths of the earth, and I delight in you every time you turn your thoughts toward me. Let your heart be at ease, for I chose you purposefully, and I have written your name on the palm of my hand in everlasting ink of love. Do not let any voices of doubt convince you otherwise, because you are mine. Walk in confidence. Your uniqueness is no accident, for I crafted you with tender care, shaping your gifts, your desires, and your dreams with my sovereign hand, and nothing in all creation can diminish the beauty of that divine design. Do not believe that your faults or your shortcomings define your true worth, for in my eyes, your spirit shines with an irreplaceable light. Whenever you question your identity, remember that I have called you my beloved, and that name is your eternal seal. Hold fast to that truth. I rejoice in you, even when your heart is burdened, because I see the potential I placed within you from the very beginning, and I delight in watching it unfold day by day. Your joys and your struggles are known to me, and every time you reach out for my hand, I embrace you with an eagerness that floods the heavens with song. Do not be ashamed of your tears, for I treasure them like precious drops that water the seeds of faith within your soul. Live in that joy. Let this assurance take root. You carry a divine spark, a reflection of my image, and your life is a story I am writing with grace and redemption. Though you may feel small, you are a vital piece of a greater tapestry that I am weaving throughout humanity, and my pursuit of you is steadfast, like a shepherd who never abandons a single sheep. I want you to see yourself as I see you, radiant, chosen, and beloved. Keep hope alive. Never doubt the love that radiates from my heart to yours. For every breath you take is another opportunity for my compassion to breathe new life into you, to remind you that you were made for purity of spirit, for kindness, and for the joy that comes from walking closely with me. Let your soul rest in that reality, for I am holding you tenderly, as a mother cradles her infant with unwavering care and affection. Trust in my love. Celebrate the truth that you are called by name, because I do not see you as a face in the crowd, but as a specific, dearly cherished child. My love for you is personal and constant, so draw near without hesitation, bringing every care and every hurt before me, for I take pleasure in being your resting place and your strong tower. When weary thoughts press in, remember my call. You are mine. Stand in that certainty. I know the loneliness that sometimes captures your heart late at night, when the world is quiet and your mind is full of questions, and I see the hidden tears that fall when you think no one else notices. You wonder if I am hearing you, if I am truly close, and I assure you now that I have never turned away from your cries. I feel your anguish, and I am well aware of every struggle that tries to weigh you down. Do not lose faith. When you face challenges that seem insurmountable, when relationships fracture or finances crumble or your health falters, do not conclude that I have left you. I am here, and I am working in the middle of those trials, carefully turning your hardships into opportunities for deeper growth and transformation, even when you cannot see the outcome. My grace goes before you, and my wisdom is ever ready to guide you through every storm. You will overcome. Yes, I know that some days your heart grows weary from endless responsibilities, and you wonder if you can keep going. But let me remind you that I walked the earth in the person of my Son, tasting human sorrow, enduring rejection, and feeling the sting of betrayal, so I fully understand your laments. Know that I stand with you, even in the darkest valley, shining light so that you do not stumble. Keep your hand in mine. When people fail you or circumstances disappoint you, you may feel that hope is slipping away. I ask you to be still and remember the countless times I have upheld you through difficulties in the past, for my faithfulness never grows dim. Allow yourself to be comforted by the truth that I do not waste your tears, nor do I ignore your pain. I keep a loving watch over your life. Cling to that promise. Sometimes your future looks uncertain, as if the path ahead is shrouded in mist, and you don't know which step to take next. But I have already gone before you, clearing obstacles that you are not even aware of, and preparing little moments of grace to remind you that you are never forgotten. My plan for you is not to harm you, but to bless you with hope and a purpose. So do not despair. Look up. I understand the burden of guilt that might cling to your heart, whispering that you have fallen short too many times. But I want you to remember that I extend forgiveness willingly when you turn to me with a sincere heart. Let the shame of the past dissolve into my mercy, for I am the God who makes all things new, and I do not keep record of wrongs once they are laid at my feet. Keep going in freedom. Please recognize that every trial, whether big or small, is another opportunity for you to experience my sustaining power. I do not delight in your suffering, but I delight in seeing you reach out for my comfort and wisdom, discovering that I am strong in your weakness and that my love will not desert you. Remember, even in the darkest midnight, I can create a song of hope in your soul. Lift your voice. When the weight of daily pressures feels too great, step away for a moment and simply call my name, because I hear the faintest sigh and I respond with patience and kindness. Do not be ashamed of needing help, for you were never meant to shoulder your burdens alone. Lay them before me, and you will find that I am gentle, compassionate, and swift to embrace you, just as a loving parent runs to a crying child. Trust my care. I am the shield that stands between you and the arrows of adversity, and I guard your heart with a vigilance that never fades, because you are my beloved, and I cannot bear to see you crushed. Be assured that even when battles rage around you, you are secure in my care, hidden under the shadow of my wings, where no harm can truly destroy you. I keep you safe. I am also your refuge, the sanctuary to which you can flee when the winds of life grow violent. Run to me, and you will discover a shelter that the strongest storm cannot shake. For my fortress is built upon the rock of my divine nature, and nothing in all creation can defeat it. With me, you are protected from deception, from despair, from doom. Rest in my presence. When you find yourself cornered and see no escape, remember that I have gone ahead of you, and I am working all things for your good, even using the difficulties to shape you into a stronger, more compassionate soul. So take heart, for my arm is not too short to save, and my love is not too weak to deliver you. I am the God who splits seas and flattens walls when my children cry out. Expect my help. I promise you, my care is constant, and my watch is ceaseless, for I do not slumber or look away. Know that I have stationed my angels around you, ministering to your needs, even in ways you do not perceive. In the midst of your worries, trust in my might, and let your heart be still, for I am more than able to do beyond what you could ask or even dream. Do not fret. I am your sustainer, the one who lifts you up when you stumble, and the one who strengthens you when your energy fails. I do not take your struggles lightly. I hold every detail in my care. Each step you take on uncertain ground is guarded. Each breath you draw is witnessed, and each prayer you offer is heard with tender compassion. Look to me and live. In the quiet hours, when fears surge in your mind, remember that I have not given you a spirit of timidity, but of power, and I am the fortress that envelops you. Do not be afraid of the dark, for my light can pierce any shadow, and I am the one who has victory over all forces of chaos. Place your confidence in me, and let that fear melt away. Stand tall in my strength. When doubt tries to creep into your thoughts, tell it that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and my faithfulness is an anchor that holds firmly in every tempest. Do not waver, for my hand is never too weak to keep you from sinking. Just as I stood with my faithful ones in fire and flood, I am with you now, a constant guardian of your hope. Trust and press on. Come to me in prayer, not with formality, but with honesty, for I cherish the words that flow from your heart, and I listen intently to every syllable you utter, even when your voice quivers with uncertainty. Speak to me in your own way, and I will answer you with the gentle whisper of my spirit, guiding you into truth. Do it freely. I know that you sometimes hesitate, thinking you lack the right words, but I assure you, my child, that I understand even the language of tears, and my spirit intercedes for you when you cannot find a single phrase to utter. So do not hold back. Do not fear that you are inadequate in your approach to me, because my door is always open. Speak your heart. Place your trust in me entirely. For I am the good shepherd who leads you beside still waters, who restores your soul, who walks with you even through the shadows of life. There is no greater security than to lean upon my everlasting arms, for I will never fail you nor forsake you. Let go of your anxieties. Rest in my embrace. Prayer is your lifeline, a direct channel to my heart, and I long to hear your voice, not because I need your words, but because I desire a living relationship with you, filled with intimacy and trust. Bring your burdens, your doubts, and your praises, and watch as I move in your life in ways you never expected. The door to my throne of grace is unlocked for you. When you pray, listen also for my reply, for I often respond with a still, small voice that echoes within your spirit, offering comfort, wisdom, and clarity. You might not always receive the answer you want at the time you prefer, but trust that my timing is perfect and my ways are higher than yours. Keep your faith strong. Let me encourage you to cultivate a constant awareness of my presence, to awaken each morning with a whisper of gratitude, and to close your day with the assurance that I watch over you. In the quiet moments, reach out with your thoughts, for I am closer than your very breath, and I will refresh your spirit if you simply ask. Be attuned to my voice. I have prepared for you a future that overflows with my goodness, and though your present circumstances may appear challenging, remember that I am the author of new beginnings, and I delight in turning ashes into beauty, doubt into confidence, and hurt into healing. Do not be dismayed. Keep your heart full of anticipation. Look ahead with expectation, because I have set aside blessings in store for you, blessings that will manifest at the right time, revealing my handiwork in your life. Your story is not defined by your struggles, but by my intention to prosper you with love and purpose. Do not let the enemy of hope persuade you that all is lost, for I am your Redeemer. Keep believing. I see roads opening before you that you cannot yet imagine, and I will lead you down paths that result in fruitfulness and joy, provided you keep your gaze on me. Do not allow fear to paralyze you, because I am the one who still calms storms with my word, and I invite you to walk in faith, stepping out on the water where my miracles abound. Your future is bright. Remember my promises, which are everlasting and cannot be shaken by time or trial. Stand on them as your firm foundation, for my word does not return void, and my covenant with you is signed in my own love and grace. I want you to flourish, not merely survive, and I have sown seeds of hope that will one day burst forth in abundant blessings. Keep praying. You will witness my miracles as you press forward. You will experience my peace that defies logic, and you will rejoice when you see how I have woven every detail together for your good. This season of turmoil will pass, and you will stand amazed at the fruit that sprouts from your perseverance and trust in me. Continue stepping toward tomorrow. Let your heart be full of praise, because praise lifts your vision from the problems around you to my sovereignty above you, and it reminds you that I am mightier than any mountain you may face. In your moments of praise, you align your spirit with my divine power, allowing my joy to strengthen you beyond measure. Keep your song alive. Believe, my child, that I have a master plan for your life, not a scheme to punish or harm you, but a work of perfect love tailored to your soul that will bring glory to my name and joy to your heart. Embrace this promise with confidence, because I will lead you each step of the way, even when the road twists in unexpected directions. You can rely on me, Dream again, and do not let your disappointments of yesterday prevent you from hoping for better days. Remember that I am the God who calls light out of darkness, and I am the same God who can rekindle faded visions, breathe life into broken plans, and restore what was lost. Dare to believe in my ability to renew and rebuild. Smile towards the horizon. Let your prayers each morning rise to me like incense, and let your gratitude each night settle over your heart like a soothing blanket, because this practice will guard you from despair and remind you that I am both your Alpha and your Omega, the one who began your story and the one who will complete it in glory. Stay close to me through it all. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I am with you, leading you into the purpose I have ordained. Your life is not aimless. You are not a wanderer without a map. I have drawn the path before you, and even if you stray momentarily, my love will gently guide you back. So take confidence in your next steps, knowing I am ahead of you, clearing the way. Move in hope. Think of your heart as a garden, and let me be the gardener, carefully tending every seed of faith, every bloom of love, and every branch that needs pruning. I promise that in due time, you will behold a harvest of righteousness, peace, and joy that will bless not only you but also those around you. Nurture your soul in my presence and see it flourish. Whenever you struggle with discouragement, remind yourself of my power to do the impossible, for I delight in turning what seems hopeless into a triumph. Do not place limits on my ability, because my hand is mighty and my love is unfailing, and I will accomplish my will in your life if you surrender to my plan. Keep looking up. I have placed my word within your reach, so you can feed on truth that nourishes your spirit like bread from heaven. And as you meditate on the scriptures, you will find hope for each new dawn, wisdom for each decision, and comfort for every hurt. My word is living and powerful, a light on your path, so embrace it. Let it fortify your mind. In the pages of that word, you will find accounts of my faithfulness to generations past, how I delivered my people from captivity, parted seas, and rained manna from the sky. The same power that performed those miracles is still at work today, for I am unchanging, and my compassion does not grow weary. Align yourself with my promises. I encourage you to take each challenge as a moment to testify of my goodness, to let your life become a beacon that others might see and recognize my hand at work in you. For your witness can inspire hope in hearts that have lost all will to believe. Do not hide your struggles, but let them show my grace that is sufficient in your weakness. Shine brightly. When you are filled with questions about your tomorrow, invite me into those wonderings and let me reveal the plans of my heart, step by step, for I seldom unfold everything at once, preferring to teach you the beauty of resting in my timing. Have patience with the process, because I care more about your growth and your intimacy with me than about instant answers. Keep waiting in trust. I have stored up for you a boundless inheritance that goes far beyond mere material wealth, an eternal reward that no thief can steal, no rust can corrode, no moth can devour. Rejoice in the knowledge that your true treasure is found in my presence, where joy never ends, and you will behold my glory face to face. This reality stands even now. Sometimes you desire immediate solutions to your earthly problems, but I remind you that your life is part of a much greater tapestry, one that extends beyond the here and now and stretches into eternity. When you encounter delays or disappointments, remember that I see the bigger picture and that I am weaving every thread for your ultimate good. Nothing is wasted. Though the path sometimes leads through the wilderness, rest in the assurance that I provide manna in barren places, and I can bring forth water from the hardest rock. My resources are limitless, and I do not fail my children in their moments of need. So do not be overwhelmed. Instead, lay your cares before me, for I care about every detail. Trust my faithfulness. When you falter and your love grows cold or your zeal dims, come back to me without hesitation. I never scold a repentant heart. I rejoice whenever you turn back. Like the father who rushed out to meet the prodigal, I am eager to welcome you, to clothe you with my mercy, to restore your broken places, and to celebrate your return. You are always welcome. Keep my words hidden in your heart. I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Let that resonate whenever you feel abandoned or misunderstood. My love is deeper than the ocean, stronger than the mightiest wave, and more fervent than any earthly bond. I have chosen to make my home within you by my Spirit, and you are my temple. Take solace in that fact. My covenant with you is not a contract that can be voided by your failures. It is a binding promise sealed by my own nature, and I do not lie. Therefore, cling to my word that your sins are forgiven when you turn to me, that your shame is washed away by my sacrifice, and that a new life has begun in you. Revel in the freedom I have provided. When you pass through seasons of suffering, do not think I have turned my eyes away. Rather, I am cradling you, wiping your tears, and preparing a testimony of my goodness that will strengthen not only your own faith, but also the faith of those around you. Sorrow may last for a night, but my joy will come in the morning. Expect that new day. Do not allow the rush of modern life to drown out my still, small voice, for I often speak in the quiet corners of your mind, in the gentle stirring of your spirit, or in the words of a kind friend. Stay alert to these promptings and respond with obedience, for in doing so, you will discover a closer, more vibrant walk with me. Embrace my leading. Take delight in my creation, for the beauty of the earth is a reflection of my glory, and it can refresh your heart when the burdens of life weigh heavy. Let the radiance of a sunrise or the calm of a still lake speak to you of my power, reminding you that if I clothe the lilies with splendor, I will surely provide for your every need. Let nature inspire gratitude. I encourage you to forgive those who have wronged you, for when you release others, you release yourself from a prison of bitterness. My forgiveness has been lavished upon you, so let that same mercy flow through you to heal old wounds and restore broken relationships. Let love reign, just as I have modeled for you. Embrace the freedom it brings. Nurture a spirit of humility, understanding that every gift, every triumph, every wisdom you attain is from my hand, for I am the source of all good. Let pride fall away and come before me with an open, teachable heart, so that I might pour into you even greater revelations of my purpose. In your humility, you will find my exaltation. When you feel the weight of the world's expectations, step back and remind yourself that I have not burdened you with the need for perfection. I only ask for sincerity, a willingness to walk in love and truth to the best of your knowledge, trusting me to cover the gaps. My grace is sufficient for your every imperfection. Let go of striving in your own strength. Seek me first, and the wonders you need will follow, because I know your needs before you even ask, and my love for you drives me to provide beyond your imaginings. When your priorities are aligned with my kingdom, your struggles find perspective, and your heart experiences a peace that no earthly success can imitate. Let me be your center. Remember that your life is meant to be a beacon, drawing others toward my light, not through loud words of condemnation, but through the quiet testifying of a transformed heart. Let your kindness, your mercy, and your generosity speak volumes about my nature that dwells within you. Show them my grace. Shine for my glory. If you are ever tempted to believe you are insignificant, or that your service for my kingdom is in vain, remind yourself that even a small seed of faith can move mountains, and even a cup of water offered in my name will be eternally remembered. I see every hidden act of love, and I reward every sincere effort. Your life matters. Honor the body I have given you, caring for it as a vessel of my spirit, being mindful of rest, healthy habits, and wise choices, for I desire that you prosper in all things, including your health. Yet also remember that your spirit is eternal, so feed it with my word, prayer, and community with others who seek me. Maintain balance and find well-being. When you stand at a crossroad and you are unsure which path to take, come before me with a surrendered heart, and I will guide you with clarity. Even if you make a decision that leads to obstacles, I am able to redirect you back to my perfect plan. Trust that I will not let you wander aimlessly when your desire is to please me. Keep seeking my face. Hold on to my promise that I am building you up into a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people set apart to declare my praise. Every trial, every victory, every lesson is part of your growth into the fullness of who I created you to be. And you need not fear failing, because I will complete the work I began in you. Rest in that assurance. In times of trouble, do not hesitate to gather with others who love me. For I designed you not for isolation, but for community, where you can pray, support, and encourage one another. My spirit moves mightily when my children come together in unity, so do not disregard the fellowship of believers. Seek their help when you are weary. Be reminded that your praise is a powerful weapon, shattering the lies of the enemy and releasing heavenly presence into every situation. Whenever your soul feels crushed, lift a song of worship and watch as your spirit is strengthened. I inhabit the praises of my people, and my nearness will bring you renewed hope. Cherish the quiet, still spaces where I can speak tenderly to your heart, revealing my secrets and pouring out my peace. Sometimes you only need a few moments of silence to sense my voice guiding you with exact instructions or gently reminding you of my love. Do not drown me out with constant noise. Be still and know I am God. Your future is firmly in my hands, and no power, earthly or spiritual, can pluck you from my grip. Though the storms of uncertainty may rage, keep your eyes on me, for I am the sure anchor in every sea of troubles. Let this truth give you confidence that I will see you safely to the shores of my destined purpose for you. Stand unshaken. Even if your journey takes you through the valley of the shadow of death, fear no evil, because I am with you, holding your hand with infinite tenderness and protecting you from ultimate harm. My rod and my staff will comfort you. My presence will light every dark path, and my promises will guard your hope. You are never forgotten. Be aware that I also send my servants to cross your path at key moments, offering you a word of encouragement or a timely opportunity. Recognize that as my providence, for I often choose to bless you through human vessels, even angelic encounters that you might not perceive. Keep your heart open to grace in all its forms. I urge you to cast every care, every worry, every burden upon my shoulders, for they are more than able to carry the load, and by doing so, you will experience the lightness of a yoke that is easy, because you are yoked with me, the one who desires to share your sorrows, your struggles, and your successes. I want to fight your battles alongside you. In your quiet times of reflection, remember that I am the potter, and you are the clay, willing to be molded according to my design. Let your will be soft in my hand, for my intention is not to break you, but to fashion you into a masterpiece, reflecting my beauty and glory. Submit to my touch, and watch as I shape your character. Recall the words of comfort I spoke to my people in ancient times. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned. These promises remain sure for you today. No matter the trial, I am the God who is greater than every flood and mightier than any flame. Let that truth give you courage. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you shall reap a bountiful harvest if you do not give up. My kingdom principles might not always align with the world's logic, but they stand firm on eternal truth. Sow seeds of kindness, mercy, and compassion, and you will witness the fruit of your labor in my perfect timing. When you wrestle with temptation, call upon my name, for I provide a way of escape so you will not be overcome. My desire is to see you walk in holiness, not out of legalistic duty, but out of love, which protects you from the pain of disobedience and brings you closer to my heart. Resist the enemy, and he will flee. Stand firm in my grace. Let the cross be your constant reminder of my love, the place where I paid the highest price to redeem you, showing you that no distance is too far for me to bridge. No sin is too great for me to pardon. Let it inspire you to live with gratitude and to spread that message of hope to others who desperately need it. Remain in my grace. I am your ever-present help in times of trouble, but I am also your joy in times of celebration, desiring to share every moment of your life. Invite me into your laughter, your festivities, and your accomplishments as well, for I delight in your happiness, and I want to fill your days with blessings that you can rejoice over. Let me dance with you. Whenever regret tries to chain you to the past, proclaim the freedom I have given you, for I am the one who wipes clean your record, giving you a fresh start every morning. Let that promise encourage you to forgive yourself and move forward boldly. You do not live under condemnation, but under my unmerited favor. Rise in that liberty. If at times you feel unworthy to stand in my presence, remember that my son's sacrifice made you worthy, covered you with righteousness, and opened the veil that once separated you. Now you can boldly approach my throne of grace to receive mercy and help in your moments of need. Step forward confidently, for the veil is torn. Your sorrows touch my heart deeply, and I keep a record of every tear, promising that one day I will wipe them all away. Until that day, rest in the comfort that my arms are around you, cradling your wounds and administering healing as you lean on me. Take one step at a time, trusting that I am your healer. Allow my peace to soothe you. In the times when your faith feels small, like a mustard seed, do not despise its size, for even that tiny seed can move the highest mountain when placed in my hand. Keep believing, praying, and hoping, for I honor the trust you place in me, and I will multiply your seed into a great harvest of miracles. Watch what I can do. My Spirit abides in you, providing the fruit of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, which will be evident as you remain connected to me. These qualities do not come from your own effort, but from my presence working through you. Stay linked to my vine, and you will blossom. Be assured, my dear one, that my unchanging love stands as a tower that no storm can shatter, a foundation that no earthquake can break, and a light that no darkness can extinguish. I hold you close with an everlasting affection, and I am committed to seeing you flourish in every area of your life. My love for you will not fade. I bless you now, speaking peace over your mind, strength into your body, and joy into your spirit. May your family be covered by my care, and may your home be filled with my holy presence, so that every corner echoes with hope and every morning brings new mercies. Walk in my peace. Keep looking ahead, for I am not finished with you yet. The best is yet to come, and I am writing a story of redemption, victory, and grace upon your life. So cling to faith and embrace the bright future I have in store. Do not give up, because I am with you always, leading you toward the promises that are already yours. Move forward in confidence. I want you to remember, my precious child, that every time you speak my name in faith, the heavens rejoice, for you draw near to the source of all love, and I delight in strengthening your spirit with a fresh outpouring of grace. So do not hesitate to call upon me at the very moment your heart feels burdened. Do not wonder whether I am too busy or too distant, because I have assured you that I am near to the brokenhearted and attentive to the prayers of the righteous. Cling to that reality. There are times when the chains of your past threaten to clank around your feet, reminding you of mistakes and missteps you have taken, yet I declare that in my kingdom, redemption rewrites every chapter. So cease to dwell on what you cannot undo, and instead rejoice in what I have undone by my sacrifice. I have removed every barrier that once stood between us, and I have made you an heir of my promises. Walk boldly in that freedom. Let it be known that even when your song of praise is but a whisper, I hear its beauty resounding in the courts of heaven, because I value the sincerity of your heart more than the loudness of your voice, and I am ever ready to meet you in that place of intimate worship. Embrace the quiet moments, for they are often ripe with my sweetest revelations. Open your spirit to receive. As you step into each day, remind yourself that I am the vine, and you are the branch, and apart from me, there is no life or sustaining power. Yet in unity with me, you will bear fruit that lasts. Let this truth spark a renewed desire to remain in my love through prayer, through reflection, and through obedience to my ways. Your strength will multiply as you stay connected to me. I see that sometimes you strive to earn acceptance by your actions, but my love for you is not transactional. It is the infinite outpouring of my heart upon you, seeking only your willingness to receive and respond. Abandon the mindset of constantly trying to prove yourself, for I have already established your worth in my sacrificial gift. Choose rest over striving. Though you may feel the pressure to conform to the standards of the world around you, I invite you to remember that you were set apart for a divine call. So do not let your identity be shaped by fleeting trends or the opinions of mortals. Your true identity lies in being my beloved, my chosen instrument, my living vessel to carry hope into the darkest corners. Let that definition anchor you. When you encounter cruelty or injustice in the world, do not grow bitter or disillusioned, for I have commanded you to be a light, to mirror my mercy, and to pray for those who perpetrate evil. Leave vengeance to me, for I am the righteous judge, and my justice rolls on like mighty waters in due time. Meanwhile, reflect my compassion to a hurting earth. Cultivate an attitude of thankfulness, because gratitude unlocks the gates of joy and turns your focus toward my ceaseless presence. In times of plenty, give thanks without forgetting me, and in times of need, give thanks for the seeds of faith that will blossom into a future harvest. Gratitude is a posture that aligns your heart with my own. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and everything in between is under my dominion, including your personal journey. So do not fear the changes that come with each season, for I hold the blueprint of your life with sovereign perfection, and I will guide you with my eye upon you. Trust my divine oversight. In moments when your soul is restless, run into my arms rather than seeking quick fixes or distractions, because only my love can truly satisfy the deep longings I placed within you. I formed you for an intimate bond, a fellowship that no earthly pleasure or accomplishment can replace. Let me be your refreshment in every season. Be patient with my process, for seeds do not bloom overnight, and the greatest oak once started as a tiny acorn. Likewise, your character is being steadily nurtured, strengthened, and refined through every joy and every sorrow you face. You may not always perceive the changes immediately, but your consistent surrender and trust in me yield a harvest of righteousness. I encourage you to care for the least among you, the hurting, the lonely, the forgotten. For what you do unto the least of these, you do unto me. Let your heart reflect my compassion, and let your hands become an extension of my mercy. When you bless others with kindness, my spirit is magnified in the world. Let your love be tangible in the quiet spaces of your spirit. Let my promises be the meditation of your heart. For my word is not merely ink on a page, but a living and active force, capable of piercing every fear and doubt. Let it saturate your thoughts until every lie is dismissed, and your faith stands unshakable. Hold my word close. If you find yourself at the crossroads of a challenging decision, rest assured that I am not a God of confusion, but of peace. So as you seek my will, let your spirit calm, and your ears be attentive to the gentle nudges of my Spirit, who guides you into all truth. Do not let anxiety rush you. Seek my counsel earnestly. I have poured out my Spirit to be your counselor and comforter, enabling you to stand strong and to accomplish what you never thought possible in your own strength. Depend on the Holy Spirit for insight, for boldness, and for spiritual gifts that will edify not only you, but also the community around you. You are never alone in this mission. Let your home be a sanctuary of my presence, where my word is cherished and my name is honored. As you invite me into every corner of your living space and your daily routine, I will transform the atmosphere, cultivating peace, unity, and a strong sense of purpose. Let your house resound with praise to my name. Resist the urge to compare your journey with that of others, for I have fashioned each of my children with a unique story, a distinct purpose, and a personal calling. Your focus should not be on measuring your progress by another's steps, but on faithfully stewarding the gifts and opportunities I have entrusted to you. Keep your eyes on me. When you are hardest hit by trials and tribulations, remember that my power is revealed in your weakness, and my grace upholds you when your own resources are spent. Let humility draw you deeper into my embrace, discovering that I never intended for you to fight alone. Surrender the outcome to me, and watch as I bring forth victory in the darkest hour. I have placed you in this specific time and place for a divine reason. So resist any temptation to believe you are a mistake, or that your existence has no consequence. The gifts I have gifted you with, the personality you bear, and the experiences you've walked through are all part of my masterful design. Let that embolden you to walk in purpose. When restlessness arises because you see pain in the world, respond to the prompting of my Spirit, for your compassion is a spark I place in you, a reflection of my own heart that yearns to bring comfort to the afflicted. Step out in faith with acts of service, offers of hope, and a readiness to speak my promises. My light will break forth. Let your day start with the simple prayer, Lord, guide me. And watch as I open your eyes to divine appointments, subtle opportunities to share love, and small but meaningful ways to reflect my character. Living with intention will ignite your everyday moments with a sense of my purpose, and your heart will grow more attuned to my leading. When grief becomes your companion, acknowledge that I too have known sorrow, having wept over the brokenness of humanity and the suffering that sin introduced into the world. But I overcame that sorrow with redemptive power, and I invite you to share your tears with me, for I hold them tenderly, promising comfort and ultimate restoration. Never walk that dark valley alone. In your ambitions and plans, hold them loosely before me, for I know the path that leads you to the fullest life, and I may shift your direction for your own good. Remain teachable and watch as my ways surpass your greatest hopes. The unknown can be frightening, but remember, my gracious hand never fails to lead. Seek wisdom and you will find it in my presence, for I impart divine insight generously to those who ask. But when I guide you, do not be hesitant to follow, for half-hearted obedience leads to confusion, while wholehearted obedience leads to abundant fruit and clarity of purpose. Trust my voice above all other influences. Nurture hope as an anchor for your soul, firmly rooted in the knowledge that I am the God of the impossible, the one who parted seas, who calmed storms, and who raised the dead. Let your hope surpass every negative forecast, because my word stands higher and my promises remain unwavering. Keep your spirit expectant. I call you to stand in the gap for those who cannot stand for themselves. Intercede with fervent prayer for the oppressed, the lost, and the broken. Your prayers avail much, for they invite my intervention, my healing, and my deliverance. Believe that I answer the heartfelt cries of my beloved children. Pray with bold faith. Let the seeds of my peace take deep root in your soul, so that no matter the turmoil swirling around you, your spirit remains steadfast, confident in my sovereignty. My peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of my calm assurance that I hold every moment in my mighty hand. Let it still your heart daily. When the accuser comes to remind you of your failures or frailties, stand firm in my word that you are redeemed by my blood, that you are safe in my shelter, and that you are a new creation with a holy identity. Resist condemnation, for my spirit testifies that you are my child, and in me you are triumphant. Allow me to define your future, for my vantage point is beyond the boundaries of time, and I orchestrate events for your good, even when present circumstances seem bleak. Faith is your lifeline in these moments, a refusal to believe that your story ends in defeat. Place your hope in me and watch as I reveal my glory. As you journey forward, know that each step you take in obedience to my voice is a declaration of your trust in my character. I will never mislead you or set you up to fail. The road may be difficult at times, but the harvest of endurance, wisdom, and intimacy with me far outweighs the struggle. Press onward with courage. I have placed individuals in your life to bear your burdens with you, to rejoice when you rejoice, and to weep when you weep. Cherish these relationships as gifts from me, intentionally fostering unity, forgiveness, and transparent love. Reflect my nature in these connections, for the world will recognize me by the love you demonstrate for one another. When your heart is overwhelmed by longing or heartbreak, allow the Aish to drive you deeper into my arms, for in that place of vulnerability, I pour out extra measures of comfort, healing the invisible wounds that no human can reach. Lay your head on my shoulder, feel my heart beating with compassion for you, and rest. Celebrate the small steps of growth and victories in your spirit, for these are mile markers of my transforming work in your life. Do not diminish the significance of gradual change, for such steady progression often builds the strongest foundation for lasting fruit. I applaud your perseverance and promise to continue the good work I started. Return to the cross daily in your mind, not to wallow in guilt, but to stand in awe of the love that took your place, understanding that it freed you from a debt too large to ever repay. Let that realization flood your heart with gratitude, motivating you to live a life that reflects my sacrificial compassion to others. Laugh often, for a joyful heart is good medicine, and I am the author of joy. Rejoice in the simple pleasures, the daily blessings I set in your path, and do not let the presence of trouble overshadow the ever-present opportunity to delight in my goodness. I smile when I see you enjoying the life I gave you. Believe this: I hold the universe by my power, yet I am intimately acquainted with every detail of your life, from your first breath to your last heartbeat. My love is not a distant concept, but a near and tangible force, one that compels me to draw close at all times, never leaving you stranded in confusion or despair. Look toward tomorrow with a renewed sense of anticipation, not because you ignore the harsh realities of the present, but because you trust my hand to turn every trial into testimony, every wilderness into a place of fresh encounter with me. Your tomorrow is secure in my presence, and your hope is well placed in my unchanging nature. Remember, child, you are deeply cherished, and you have a destiny fashioned by my wisdom and crowned with my love. Embrace that calling wholeheartedly and walk boldly into the abundant life I have prepared. As you do, my glory will shine through you, testifying to the world that the living God dwells in your midst. Go forth in confidence,